This cruiser did something so simple. They handed their cabin steward a $10 bill, and suddenly their room was spotless every morning, their ice bucket was always full, and they even got extra chocolates on their pillow. But here's the twist. It wasn't luck. Because what most passengers don't realize is that your cabin steward notices everything you do, and the little things that make their life easier can secretly change your entire cruise experience. From the way you hang your towels to how you use your door sign, every move sends a message, and the best cruisers know exactly how to play it. Today, we're revealing 14 things your cruise cabin steward secretly loves you're doing, habits that earn you faster service, cleaner rooms, and smiles that money alone can't buy. 1. Handle room service trays the right way. This one's a biggie. After breakfast, you finish your meal, look at your tray, and wonder, do I leave it inside or put it outside the door? Here's the rule of thumb. Unless the cruise line specifically says otherwise, leave the tray inside your cabin and call for pickup. Why? When trays are left in narrow hallways, it clogs traffic and creates hazards. Crew members pushing laundry carts have to dodge them like obstacles. If your ship asks you to leave trays out, do it neatly, right by your door, flush to the wall, never in the middle of the walkway. That simple act of thoughtfulness tells your steward you respect their workspace. And once you've nailed that, there's another habit that makes a huge difference, and it's hiding right there on your cabin table. 2. Don't leave food out. That half-eaten burger or fruit bowl might not seem like a big deal, but to your steward, it's a nightmare waiting to happen. Leftovers attract pests and create lingering smells in an environment that must stay immaculate. They'd never say it out loud, but they love guests who wrap up or dispose of food promptly. A clean cabin means less risk of ants or odors, and a steward who doesn't have to play mystery smell detective. Teamwork keeps the room and the vibe fresh. But keeping food under control isn't the only way to win points. The next one's all about mastering a tiny piece of cardboard that decides how your steward plans their entire day. 3. Use the door sign like a pro. It sounds simple, that little cardboard "Make-up room, do not disturb" sign, but to your steward it's their GPS. They're managing 15 to 20 cabins on tight schedules. Every flip of that sign helps them plan their route efficiently. When you head out for breakfast, switch it to "Make-up room." When you're relaxing, leave "Do not disturb," but only while you're actually inside. The worst scenario for them? A guest who leaves "Do not disturb" out all day, then complains their room wasn't cleaned. It throws their entire rhythm off. But when you use that sign consistently and thoughtfully, your steward instantly knows when they can work. It's a small gesture, but it's one of the biggest ways to earn their quiet gratitude. Once you've learned how to use that sign like a pro, there's something even simpler that can make their job 10 times easier, and it starts right under your feet. 4. Keep the cabin floor clear. Here's the truth. Stewards are not just cleaners, they're navigators of chaos. When your cabin floor is covered in clothes, shoes, cords, and half-opened luggage, every step of cleaning becomes a minefield. They call it playing human Tetris. But when you keep things organized, using the shelves, drawers, and luggage racks, you make their 15-minute turnaround a breeze. You get a cleaner, fresher room, and they get to work safely without worrying about tripping over flip-flops or moving your belongings. It's a silent thank you that speaks louder than words. And speaking of keeping things smooth, there's one area where confusion strikes almost every cabin: the mysterious case of the towels. 5. The unspoken towel code. They love towel confusion is a real thing. Imagine walking into 20 cabins and not knowing which towels are dirty or reused. Here's the code every good cruiser should know. Towels on the floor equals please replace. Towels hung neatly equals I'll reuse. That's it. No guessing, no awkward decisions, no waste. Every second your steward saves deciding whether a towel is questionably damp or probably fine adds up. So use the code, they'll love you for it. Now that you've cracked the towel code, let's talk about something far less glamorous but just as important: what you do with your trash. 6. Consolidate your trash. Think of your cabin like a mini hotel room at sea. Your steward empties the bins daily, but if trash is spread across every surface, it slows everything down. Crumpled receipts on the desk, snack wrappers under the bed, empty soda cans on the vanity, it all adds up. When guests put everything in one place, preferably the main bin, it's like giving the steward a shortcut through their hardest task. They don't have to hunt through drawers or check behind curtains for hidden garbage, and your room stays cleaner for it. It's 5 seconds of effort for you, and it saves them minutes every day. Once your space is tidy and organized, it's time to think about the human side of things. How a simple conversation can make you one of your steward's favorite guests. 7. The friendly but respectful chat. Every steward has a story, but not every guest gives them a chance to share it. Taking 30 seconds to greet them by name or say, "Good morning, Maria, the room looks amazing today," transforms the interaction completely. These small moments of humanity break the monotony of long hours and endless cabins. Just remember the balance. Keep it kind but brief. They're on a schedule and they'll appreciate that you respect their time while still making them feel valued. And if a quick hello makes them smile, the next one takes it a step further. It's one of the smallest gestures that can make the biggest impact. 8. The power of a simple note. This is one of the most underrated insider moves. If you need extra pillows, ice, or a bed setup change, leave a polite note. Example: "Hi, could we please have 2 extra towels for tomorrow morning? Thank you so much, you're amazing." That tiny note saves them from guessing or chasing you down, and it often earns you lightning-fast service. And if you really want to make their day, add a thank you at the end. Crew members often keep those little notes pinned inside their lockers as reminders that someone noticed. That little note goes a long way, but there's another silent move that earns you instant respect before they've even started cleaning. 9. Use the safe for their peace of mind. Sure, the safe protects your valuables, but it also protects them. Stewards are trained never to touch personal belongings, but when you leave expensive watches, wallets, or jewelry lying around, it creates unnecessary tension. If something goes missing later, even accidentally misplaced, it can trigger stressful investigations that weigh heavily on the staff. By using your cabin safe, you remove that fear completely. It's a sign of trust, and stewards truly appreciate it. Now that you've built that trust, here's how to take it to the next level and become the kind of guest they'll never forget. 10. The secret to becoming their favorite guest. Want to know the surefire way to become the guest your steward will never forget? Bring a thoughtful gift, not a big or flashy one, just something personal and useful. Crew members love small comforts they rarely get. Good socks, nice pens, a phone card, or local snacks from their home country. Even better, ask them once respectfully if there's something they need from shore. Maybe toothpaste, snacks, or a small item they can't easily get on board. Even if they say no, they'll never forget that you asked. It's empathy in action, and it sets you apart from every other guest on the ship. But even the best guests run into problems now and then, and how you handle those moments can make all the difference. 11. Report problems to them first. When something in your cabin stops working, a leaky faucet, flickering light, or a stubborn drain, your first thought might be to call guest services. But here's the insider's secret. Your cabin steward can often get it fixed faster. Stewards work closely with the ship's maintenance team and can report issues directly, skipping the usual queue of calls and paperwork. Their requests carry weight because they're trusted to know which problems are genuine priorities. When you approach them politely, you're not just getting help, you're showing trust and respect for their role. A calm, friendly comment like, "Hey, our bathroom light's been flickering. No rush, just wanted to mention it," stands out more than you realize. It tells your steward you value them as the professional they are, not just as the cleaner. And that kind of mutual respect, it always comes back around, often in the form of impeccable service and genuine smiles. Once the issues are fixed and your cabin's spotless again, there's one gesture that truly stands out, and it can actually help your steward's career. 12. The thank you that can boost their career, here it is, the most powerful thing you can do for your steward. At the end of your cruise, say thank you, not the quick thanks as you rush off with your suitcase, a real personal one. Look them in the eye, shake their hand, and say, "Thank you for taking such great care of us. You made our trip better." And then do one more thing. When you get the post-cruise survey from the cruise line, mention their name. Write a few kind words about their service. Those surveys go directly into performance reviews. Positive mentions can lead to bonuses, promotions, and even future contracts. It costs you nothing, but it can change their career. That's the gesture they secretly love more than any tip because it lasts long after you've disembarked. And if that heartfelt thank you means a lot, the next one's the classic move every veteran cruiser swears by. And yes, it still works like magic. 13. Master the art of the personal tip. Yes, your steward gets automatic gratuities, but a small cash tip given personally hits different. Handing them $10, $20, or whatever you can spare and saying, "Thank you for taking such great care of us," isn't just generosity, it's connection. Some guests give it on day one, setting a positive tone. Others wait until the end as a heartfelt thank you. Either way, the gesture says, "I see you." And when stewards feel seen, they remember you, often going the extra mile, from extra ice refills to perfectly timed cleanings. It's not about buying better service, it's about mutual respect. But even if you've done all that, there's one last quiet habit that ties it all together, a simple routine that helps the planet, the crew, and your comfort. 14. Reuse towels when you can. This one's simple, but surprisingly powerful. Reusing your towels even just a few times during your cruise makes a much bigger difference than you might think. Every time you do, you're helping reduce the ship's enormous laundry load, saving water, energy, and hours of hard labor that go on behind the scenes. For your cabin steward, that choice matters. Fewer towels to replace means more time to focus on the thoughtful touches that make your room feel spotless, from perfectly tucked sheets to gleaming mirrors and neatly arranged amenities. It's one of those small acts that ripple through the entire operation, lightening their workload and boosting morale. They notice the guests who do this, the ones who show quiet respect for both the environment and the cruise effort. You're not just saving resources, you're helping your steward deliver better service for everyone. A little mindfulness goes a long way, and it never goes unnoticed. So there you have it, 14 simple things that turn you from just another passenger into the kind of guest every cabin steward secretly adores. Because in the end, cruising isn't just about the destinations, it's about the people who make those moments happen. Treat them with kindness, respect their time, and watch how your cruise transforms. You'll notice it in the extra smiles, the little surprises, and the way your cabin somehow feels just a bit more special. If you learned something new, hit like, subscribe, and share your favorite way to appreciate the crew down below. Until next time, smooth seas, kind hearts, and happy sailing.